We have 5 hotels just in one complex. So that gives you like the opportunity to have a little bit of everything for all your guests for your wedding.
Fun fact, Hola Weddings' first wedding ever was here.
So we want that everyone have a great time since the moment that they arrive.
It can accommodate different budgets, which is really important when you're working with a group.
Since I started to work with all your girls, it has been a really amazing.
Well, I think we make a good team.
Yes, we do.
So welcome back again to another episode of the Destination Wedding Podcast. I'm Lisa with Hola Weddings, and today we're here in the Palladium Riviera Maya complex in Mexico with part of the weddings team. So I'm here with Francisco and Crystal. Francisco, do you want to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about what you do?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Well, I'm Francisco Alvarez. I'm the regional wedding sales manager for Palladium brand, pretty much for weddings. So I take care of everything regarding weddings and all this special day for, we call it Americas, that it's going to be for the hotels we have in Mexico, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and Brazil. So I'm quite busy, but happy to do it always.
Awesome. And Crystal?
And I am a wedding sales advisor with Francisco, and also I work with all the resorts too. And my part of the work during the process to the wedding, with the wedding, is that I can assist you with the save the date, venues, and the activities that you want to have in the events.
Okay, awesome. All right, so you've both mentioned that there are several Palladium hotels.
Yes.
All right, let's start with this one because we're currently in the Riviera Maya. So airport is Cancun. What are your favorite things about this resort, and what sort of clients do you think this one is good for?
I would say to start, we have 5 hotels just in one complex. So that gives you the opportunity to have a little bit of everything for all your guests for your wedding. So we have 1 hotel that it's adults only and 4 hotels that are family oriented. So I would say this hotel is really amazing because it has a vibe, also a lot of flora, fauna here, and it will give you the opportunity to to experience a little bit what it's Cancun plus Tulum, just in one place. And it will give you also the opportunity for all those clients that they want something to have a little bit of time with families. We take care of all the families. We take care of all the adults that are coming for the wedding. And we have amazing venues that are facing the ocean. We have indoors, everything. So pretty much as we have it, the slogan from Palladium, we have it all. So
Okay. Fun fact, Hola Weddings' first wedding ever was here at this complex.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's good to know.
I attended. It was down at the beach. It was beautiful. This is 6 some odd years ago. So, yeah.
So you have seen the changes that has
I've
the
seen
hotel
the
and
changes,
everything.
yes.
That's good. That's good to know, because we're trying to always elevate and everything for all of our clients that are coming to stay. I mean, when you're coming for a destination wedding, you just don't come for the wedding. You come also on vacation. Mm-hmm. So we want that everyone have a great time since the moment that they arrive, so they can have something to do. So we're always trying to cover activities for all of them, and plus we always do our best so the wedding can be a really amazing. And I will tell you since I started with this position and everything, and I started to work with your agency, with all your girls from sales and everything, it has been really amazing.
Well, I think we make a good team.
Yes, we do.
And this property, from our perspective in terms of sales, is an easy sell for a few different reasons. So because of the different complexes, it can accommodate different budgets, which is really important when you're working with a group, because not everybody has the same amount of money to spend, and not everybody wants necessarily the same vibe. So when we have adults only, they can stay in the TRS complex. When we have families, they have other options. And also with the variety of wedding venues that are here, there's Catholic, there's the beach, there's a gazebo, there's a garden. So it has something for all the different couples that are looking for different options for wedding venues. So, yeah.
I would say part of us, I will say, and I'm really proud to say it always, like we're really flexible with everything. Like a fun fact, the other day, we have like this wedding couple that they visit us like to see, because usually like we have my wedding day preview that it's really amazing that they can get it with you guys and everything. So they can come to see the hotel a little bit. They can come to see like a little bit of everything. And that way, like this will be like a really amazing, so they can see like at the venue and everything before the wedding happens.
Okay.
So give them a little bit more like, okay, so this is gonna be the hotel and everything. And what happened there, like my fun fact, was like the bride decided like to change the venue at the end because she loved another garden that we have at the spa.
Okay.
We never used it before, but I was like, well, why not? I mean, like we have the space. It's okay like for the number of people that it's coming, so we're really flexible. Like we have some venues that it's for weddings, but we're not close to anything. So if they are okay with the space and everything, so we want them to feel like a really pamper, like that they have the best space, the best everything, like since the moment, because we know like for this special day in particular, it will be like a really important to them. And this is something like a new chapter, and it's the first chapter for the rest of their lives.
That's
so
true.
We want to do it. We want to make it happen. So
Okay. And you know this property quite well, Crystal?
Also, this is one of my favorite properties. And as you mentioned, the reason that I prefer to offer this particular complex is because you have the options for 4 different hotels for the rates. Sometimes the clients or the guests that are coming, they have a limit in the budget, or they are looking for example, just for the adult section. But at the end, when they see the different hotels, they say, oh, for the more expensive will be only 3 nights, but if I change to the other, probably I can stay 1 week or more than 1 week. And we have these flexible options for all the guests that it's not necessarily just stay in one part of the complex. They can be in the different hotel that we have for the weddings.
Okay. And do you have a favorite venue?
Yes, the rocks, Las Olas. This is amazing, I think, because it's like a pool. For the water that is there in the pool, it's coming from the ocean.
Okay.
It's not just like the regular pool that you have in all the hotels. This is the water coming from the ocean and leaving to the ocean again.
So Las Olas. And what about you? Do you have a favorite?
I would say that at the least like for the one here for Palladium, because for TRS Yucatan, I would say I love like a Gaia Terrace. Gaia Terrace is like a really amazing venue because you have like you are not staying on the sand, but you have all the ocean view and everything. The only thing is that it's adults only, but I would say like for all families and everything. I would say I really love like the chapel. The chapel, it's like one of my favorites. And locally, we have like a little plaza outside that sometimes even that they are getting married like a symbolic, they can use outside, and they can have the church like in the back. So that's really good. And I love like all that part because it's like a really colonial vibe and everything, really Mexico. So that's why I really like that part.
Yeah.
And also, as Francisco mentioned, I have a couple recently that was they come to this hotel in October, and they was in the Garden Gazebo for the ceremony, and they say, no, I need to change to the chapel area, but just outside. We are not Catholic, we don't want to do the process for that, but we love the back to the chapel at the end of the ceremony for the pictures or something, and they move the wedding with no charge and anything to the chapel area.
Okay. That's one of the things I love about this property is that it really feels like Mexico with the colonial architecture and the jungle and all of the fauna that's around. You really feel like some hotels you feel like you could be anywhere in the world, and this one you really know that you're in Mexico, and I love that.
That's like I would say like for the biggest space that we have and everything, just counting about like the different hotels, it will give you like we have like modern hotels and everything. We have another one's like a Grand Palladium Colonial, as the name say, is really colonial, like all the rooms and everything, but give you the opportunity to have like these kind of rooms that are really Mexico and everything. So it gives you like that opportunity too. And it could be like a maybe for people that have a higher budget or something. But we have also more modern rooms. We have like a rooms that they will have a plunge pool, or they will have a swim up, or you can have like a private terrace pool. So
We had a swim up the last time I was here with my mom and my daughter. It was awesome. It was amazing.
it's something like when you have a kid, I mean, they love water.
Yep.
So they want to be in the water all the time. And sometimes I will say like, I'm not a dad, but I have nephews that are like my own. So I would say like last time that I came here and I stayed for 2 nights with my nephew, and he just loved it. I mean, the team, and they go beyond like even for a celebration, something. They did some decoration, amazing decoration, because it was his birthday.
Okay.
So they were really perfect. They put the bathtub, because I told them, oh my God, he loved the bathtub. And so they did the bathtub for him. They put like an octopus there, like with balloons. And they put like some pictures from him and everything, with me and with his family, everything. So it was like everything, like all those details, those small details are like the difference. And I love that, because they always take care of that, like in all properties, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Brazil, that I have seen it and I have lived it, or I hear from other clients. And that's something different. That's something that you really value.
Yeah. No, my daughter still talks about the candy walls.
I would say like I will need to invite her so she can come back.
Anytime. I'm open to that.
We will talk about after this, so
All right.
we can see dates and everything.
Okay, perfect. Have some more mimosas, and then we'll
I
see
will.
where that goes. All right, so let's talk about other properties, because we have quite a few to get through. So also in this area, also Cancun Airport, but heading further north, we have Costa Mujeres. And we have the Palladium there, and also another TRS. So tell me about those properties.
I would say that one, it's 3 hotels in one. We have TRS Coral, Grand Palladium Select Costa Mujeres, and Family Selection Costa Mujeres. So this hotel, it's a little bit more modern hotel. It's like a city beach vibe, all mixed in one, and it's for people that they're looking like for a little bit more modern vibe and everything. And of course, the amazing venues we have there and everything. And actually, it has been like a quite popular, that one with weddings, because it has been like more brides, more wedding couples are talking a little bit more about it right now. And I mean, I would say it, I don't have a favorite, like to say like, oh my God, this is, and lucky us, Crystal and I, we are located there in that hotel. So we can just like have like one of these days, like, okay, so we need to take a walk, and we can walk around the hotel and see something
Crossing
different.
the street.
Crossing the street, and we're there, we're doing like we're seeing all the magic. Sadly, we're a little bit more farther from this hotel, but it's always good to like come to check it out. Sometimes we come to see how's everything, but Costa, it's one hotel that I would say like people that it's looking for more modern vibe and everything, a little bit luxury and everything. That's gonna be the hotel too.
Okay, and the beach in that area is spectacular.
Oh my God, trust me, the beach is like we're really lucky to have that beach, like when you don't have seaweed any time of the year. So that's amazing for those people, because sometimes when you have a guest, you have pool people and you have ocean people. So when they want to go like to the beach, they want to go to the ocean, that will be like the hotel to go for sure.
Yeah, it's harder with a group to make everybody happy, but that hotel, like you said, has the beach and the pool for both types of guests.
Yes.
And you've seen that property. Do you have a favorite there?
Yeah, we are just crossing the street to the 3 hotels. So I think this is another of my favorite, because I work there in the area. And I think, as Francisco mentioned, we are fortunate to have this beach area, and also we have the part of the TRS section, just in case that they have just others only, in the others only section, a ceremony there, or we have the regular area in the Grand Palladium the Grand Palladium area for the beach area. In case that they are coming with children or something, we have the space for go with children for ceremonies in the beach.
And personally, I love the fact that they have several air-conditioned options. So you can have a ceremony in the glass room if you have enough people. The chapel has air conditioning, which is almost unheard of. And then Poseidon for receptions, also air conditioning. So for people looking for that option, you still get the tropical vibe, but without all the sweatiness.
We usually combine the beach area for the ceremony that is only 1 hour. But after that, the couple say, I want to see the ocean, but not exactly continuous there. And we have the Poseidon crystal that is on the second floor, and they after the ceremony go to the air conditioner area and just see the view to the ocean.
Okay. All right. And then the other property in Mexico is on the west coast. So Puerto Vallarta.
That's correct. We are 40 minutes away from the airport. We're coming to the way to Punta Mita. So this is one of our smallest hotel, I would say. But hotel, it's totally Mexico. And I would say speaking from the hotels in Mexico, I would say actually this is one of my favorites. Why? Because this is a hotel that if you are looking for a ceremony, even a reception, I would say depending on the time, with a sunset, Puerto Vallarta is always the best place.
I lived in Vallarta years ago, and the sunsets were just insane.
It is. Actually, I'm from Puerto Vallarta.
Are you really?
So
I didn't know that.
It's not because I'm from there that I will say that it's one of my favorites. But I really love it because it's last time that I was actually there in the hotel and everything. I have this dinner and everything on the terrace for La Delita restaurant. And it was so amazing because the sunset, it takes longer. So all these pictures that you take for the moment that the sunset starts until the end, they are way different. So it's a really magical, really beautiful, and people that are coming for a wedding, they will have amazing pictures for sure.
And are most of the wedding venues so that you have the sunset in the background?
Yes.
Okay.
And the good thing is all of my venues for ceremonies, they're ocean view.
Amazing.
So that's I have so many terraces, so many areas that you can have it and different vibe and all of that. But the most thing is you have all the bay in the back, and also most important, if you are getting married in January, February, you will see whales too. So an extra plus that we added there without an extra charge.
I haven't been to that Palladium, but there's so many
God.
salespeople. Priscilla stayed there. Miriam stayed there. We have several people on our team that have had the opportunity, so they know it quite well.
Yes, actually, I will say last time that I was there, two of your ladies came, that it was Miriam and it was Cecile. They came for a farm trip so they can learn a little bit more and everything. And it was a really good, I know at the end for the area and everything, sometimes they're expecting a really a big or maybe super fancy hotel, so many luxuries, so expensive, but we have amazing food, and also we have amazing pricing for wedding collections and for the rooms. So
great.
It will be a really good option, and we have a Grand Palladium and a family selection. So
awesome. Okay, so now let's move on to Dominican Republic. We have in Punta Cana, correct, Crystal?
Yeah, we are in Punta Cana. And also, this resort has a beautiful beach area. If you are looking for go to an island and this vibe, we have Punta Cana that it's amazing.
Okay, and there's several complexes there, isn't there? There's more than one hotel?
Yeah, we have different hotels. And also, this month we are with a new one, I see.
yes, actually we're gonna reopen. Grand Palladium Bávaro was closed in April, and it's opening again next Monday, that it's December 15 actually. So we're gonna reopen it as Grand Palladium Select Bávaro, plus we're adding Family Selection Bávaro. So we're gonna have 5 different hotels in just one complex for all the people that, as Crystal say, they are looking for this vibe and everything. I would say Punta Cana. It's one of the places that you can see like at the beach of the Caribbean, like a really amazing, really blue, really beautiful, and we have so many different venues around there too that we can always check. And as I mentioned, we're always open, like if they like something different, some other venue that they think like that we can fit everyone, for sure we're gonna open like a new venue just for the wedding couple.
Okay. And do you have I know it's hard to choose because there's so many, but do you have a favorite in Punta Cana in terms of wedding venue?
In Punta Cana, I would say for receptions right now, like a top in all my mind, I would say La Uva Terrace, because it's like out there, and this is like a base like a close to the beach, so you have like a little bit of like a jungle because there are some trees there, so it feels like a really jungle at the same time as the beach that it's there, but you are not on the sand, so everything is good and it's perfect like to have like a your dance, to have like a people having dinner, everything, and you're like a close to the beach, so it gives you like all the vibe, and it's really amazing.
That's fantastic because we do have a lot of couples that want that beachy vibe, but they just really don't want sand. Oops, I just hit the mic. At least I didn't mute it. So if there's a platform, it's like the best of both worlds. You get that beachy vibe, you get the ocean, but you don't have to deal with the sand.
I would say like, and something that we recommend in Punta Cana always is like you can have like because we have beach areas for the ceremony, we have garden areas, or we have like the ocean view gazebo actually, that it's one of my favorites too, because you have like you don't need to be standing on the sand, but if not, you have the garden next to it. And it's depending like what you're looking for, because sometimes right now brides or wedding couples, they just want to be dressed up, they want to have heels, or they want to have their shoes on, and sometimes the ocean can be really good too, but they have like they thought about everything, like even the shoes, and they want to be like on the same exact shoes. So we have different venues that we can offer that you can have this entire outfit, so it's depending what they're looking for. So
All right. And then finally we have Jamaica.
Actually, there is like a lot. I know that we have a lot of people like thinking like what is going on with Jamaica after sadly the hurricane and everything. Locally, us for the area that we are, because we're just in the middle between Montego Bay and Negril. It's Lucy Town, the area. So the hurricane wasn't bad for us locally, so the hotel is operating full.
Okay.
So we didn't have any lost. So all of our venues, they are good too. And we're welcoming everyone that they want to come to Jamaica. So I will say Jamaica, it's like one of these places that it's magical since the moment that you arrive. People, it's really welcoming too, it's really nice. So I would say like think of Jamaica also one of the places that you want to have like this amazing wedding. All the team that I have there, I will say like they love brides. They always love to spoil them since the moment that they arrive. And I mean, who doesn't love to be spoiled, right?
Well, the hospitality in Jamaica is something else.
It's something, yeah, and it's like they really like people, and right now I would say like after this, they need like all the support that we can give them.
For sure.
So, and we are really happy like with the hotel. We're trying always to elevate everything, to hear like about the feedback, everything. So, as you might know, like we're trying to open in I would say a couple of years, because we don't have a date, but we're thinking to open a TRS Jamaica.
Okay.
So we're trying to bring like a adults only there hotel with new rooms, new things going on, everything. So as soon as we have the date, for sure we're gonna tell you, so you can be aware.
Amazing.
And we can start like a scene, and with that will come like a more venues, wedding venues.
Okay.
I mean, we have amazing wedding venues. One of my favorite there's actually like it will be it will be the garden gazebo that it's like on a cliff. So you have like a old amazing bay like for Jamaica, and you have like amazing pictures there because
Wow.
it's in a part of the hotel when you feel like you are alone. You are not even in a hotel. So it's not people passing, no people around because no one is going there. We just go there like for weddings. So it's really good.
Okay. And I know that Mar and Cecile went on a fam with you guys. They went
Yes.
in, I don't remember what month it was, but not too long ago. They were
It
there
was not
checking out
too
the
long ago.
properties.
Yes. They saw like they experience a little bit more of the Jamaica property. They see a little bit more of what we can do, show them like at the wedding venues. Actually, I was the one taking them like around the wedding venues and everything.
What a hard job.
And it was so much fun actually, like everything. The only thing is like I was wearing something like this, so it's kind of hard to be walking like this, like it's kind of hot
When it's that hot, yeah.
but I love it. I mean, you have so much fun. You get to see to talk a little bit more like we're doing it right now, so you see the person a little bit more. You understand like where are they coming, like all the ideas and everything, or maybe they're talking already with one bride and that was like a perfect opportunity so they can see like send a little bit more pictures, like tell them, oh, you know what, we can do this, or resolve like any question about it, like about the venue or something that sometimes they have a specific. I mean, we're always open for all those questions, even like if they say like you know what, I was thinking about this kind of chair, this kind of flower, or everything. I mean, we always try to give as much information so they can feel like a really comfortable, like knowing like they're coming to one of our
You have their
hotels.
back.
Yeah, always.
Good.
I really the favorites.
What's that?
I think for Francisco is the favorite Jamaica.
Yeah.
I was living there actually for 1 year
Oh,
with
cool.
Palladium. So I was there taking care of groups, events, and everything. So that was like almost, I started there like a little bit more than 4 years ago. So Jamaica for sure has one part of my heart. I mean, I'm Mexican, but I'm like also like I love that part. And I would say Punta Cana, it's one of the other places because I only got to go there like to Punta Cana like 2 times, and my team there is always amazing like to me. And the last 2 years actually I had been there for my birthday.
Oh, wow.
So it's like something happening but on my birthday. So they have been like a really nice, so they don't let me miss my family because they're there like always celebrating
care
and
of you.
everything. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's
So
good
that's
to know
really
you
good.
have that much experience.
Thank you.
All right. So we've talked about all of the properties that we sell, and then the wedding packages are the same. They're consistent throughout all the properties, correct?
Yes, that's correct. You want to take that, Crystal?
Yeah.
I think.
Also, we try to offer, or also we offer the same packages in all the destinations.
Okay.
We try to offer the same vibe or the same services in all the resorts, not to make a difference. Just this package in Vallarta and this another in Riviera are the same. Prices are a little different, but we offer package for the third number for 10 persons. We have the signature, the Palladium signature that is for 25. We have the tropical breeze that is for 50 guests, and we have the garden bloom that is for 100 guests.
Okay. So you can accommodate a lot of different sizes.
Yeah.
And you do South Asian weddings as well?
Yeah, we also work with South Asian weddings. We don't offer these exotic packages for the South Asian weddings.
It's all
because-
custom.
Yeah, because all the events that we have in this package, in this for Palladium signature, tropical or garden blooms, all the events are the same day and are together next to each other. Particularly for the South Asian wedding, they have different dates. So we try to offer a la carte service, just thinking in all the events and the ideas that they have for each event.
Okay, that's great. All right, so we've talked about Mexico, we've talked about Dominican Republic, we've talked about Jamaica. You also have a hotel in Brazil, which we have not yet sold, but if anybody's interested, please get in touch. It's also all inclusive in Brazil, so if you're looking for something a little different, we're going to move on now to our segment where we look at pictures, and then you guys actually give us the pricing of what's included in the pictures. Let's start with this one. It's a couple on the beach. This actually happens to be in Brazil, but this setup can be done in any of the Palladium hotels, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
That will be like at the basic we say like at the basic setup, like a part of the package, that it's tropical bliss. So that it will be like a for up to 50 people. I said up to 50 people because you don't need to have the 50 people to have it.
Okay.
If you have 40, you have 30. If you want it, all the inclusions, you can have it, or you can increase it paying a little extra per person to have more than 50 people. So
Okay, and tropical bliss, I understand that it varies from property to property, but what's the range for 50 people?
In Brazil and in Mexico, we are around $8,000
For 50 people?
for 50
Wow,
people.
okay.
The tropical bliss and also the garden blooms are a little similar, difference in prices, but in specific for tropical bliss. They have 5 hours for the events. 1 hour that it's for the ceremony, that it's just you can use the venue that you want. The second one that is 1 hour for the cocktail hour, and 3 hours for the reception. In the reception, it's included the food and drinks. But if you, as all the hotels, if you want to add or make upgrades in some services,
You can
do
add
that.
a DJ, you can add a dance floor,
Yeah.
cold fireworks, or
Lights and everything that you want
Okay.
to add. And also in all the packages, we try to offer as we mentioned we try to offer the same service or similar decoration in all the destinations. As you see in the photo, this is a standard decoration for the ceremony in Tropical Bliss.
Okay, so these are the flowers for tropical bliss.
Yeah.
If you swap them out, then it's going to have a different cost.
Yeah. Depending the destination, it could be different. Also, we have more photos, but in specific for Brazil, this is the standard. Also, the Tiffany white shirts, it's the standard for the ceremony too. And for the reception, it's similar shirts too.
All right, perfect. And then you're going to have to help me because I don't know how to do this. We need to change pictures.
This one.
Okay. So now we're looking at a picture of a garden in Punta Cana. Florals, aisle runner, bamboo chairs, an arch, and some extra florals on the chairs. This was a custom package, correct?
that's correct.
Okay.
That's actually the garden. We call it that venue actually, in case that someone is wondering which venue was it. It's the Garden Ocean View. So we call it like that. So you are close to the beach, but you are not like even close to the sun and everything. And actually, it was everything custom, thinking like a pretty much for all the weddings. Like we did it like this one specifically for 25 people, but we can increase it for 50, even 100 or something, because we have the space actually in this garden for this amount of people.
Okay. And this is a super private venue.
Yes, it is. Like it's in a part of the hotel that no people, it's like a walking around and everything, because we don't have like the access to the beach. It's a little farther away, so it doesn't give you the vision to have people like walking around.
Okay. All right. So this was based on 25 people. You can always add more people.
Yes.
And then if we take this and someone said, this is exactly what I want, and they sort of pieced it together, putting together all of the elements that they wanted, in terms of cost for the ceremony for 25 people, what are we looking at for this setup?
It's 3,500.
Okay.
So it's pretty much like I would say like for all the flowers, because you have 2 medallions on the back to get married and 2 medallions like in the beginning of the aisle. So it's a lot of flowers too. So it will give you the opportunity to have the flowers, the bamboo chairs, a little bit flowers also like on the chairs and everything. So it's something, and I would say, as you can see in the picture, you don't need more. It's like a really
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gorgeous. All right. Okay, so the next picture you'll see up on your screen here is one of the sunset terraces in Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
So this one here is a reception. It's not a ceremony. Can you give us an idea of what this would cost?
Yeah. Also, this photo, it's a similar price to Punta Cana.
Okay.
But they have also, I think, all the things there are with upgrades. You will see the structure that is behind to the table of the couple. This is with an extra church. The table for the couple, the cutlery, the plates, glass, and everything there. The type of the chairs, the table. All of this is with extra charge. All the services there was with upgrade.
So they customized everything.
Everything, yeah.
Okay.
But as we mentioned you, Puerto Vallarta is a destination that is a little cheaper than maybe
More affordable.
Cancun. Yeah, more affordable than Cancun or another destination that Palladium has. And the Puerto Vallarta gives the opportunity to modify or upgrade the services because the prices are affordable for all the guests.
Okay. And this setup is for how many people? Because I can see about 40 here, but there might be some on the other side of the picture.
I was thinking just for 40.
Okay.
But it's thinking like around like a tropical bliss that is for 50 guests. But as Francisco mentioned, it's not necessary to have the 50 guests. It was in this case just for 40 guests.
Okay. And the cost for this setup?
It's around 3,500 too, similar.
No way.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
As you can see, there are differences between Punta Cana just for a ceremony with a setup just for the flowers.
That's
and
crazy.
structure.
Sometimes people charge 800 per like line of string lights.
Yeah. But in
Well, we're done.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. And then they had an incredible sunset that was for
Yes.
free
Yes.
in the background.
Yeah, also it was around 5 p.m., 6 p.m., just waiting for the sunset time, and all the guests will be there at the same time. Just waiting for the reception, sunset, and all at the same time.
Amazing.
The good thing about this venue, I will say, it's like we call it the beach area, even that it's not like it has like 2 levels. And then the beach area. So we try to set up everything, and I would say we can go all the way to 100 people in that same area and
Okay.
everything. So we try to divide everything like depending on the number of people, and to have like some area just for the tables, the food, and then the dance floor, and then they have even more space and everything. So, and the good thing is like after 6 p.m. there is not people around because people is in the restaurants that they will be in the back, so it will be kind of far away from that. So it will give you the opportunity. And the good thing about our beach in Puerto Vallarta is that there is no way like for local people like to get in.
There's like cliffs on either side,
Yes.
isn't there?
Either side, so no one can get in actually like to the beach area. So pretty much everyone that is using the beach is the guest, but pretty much after 6 p.m. everyone is getting ready to have dinner or just resting a little bit before dinner. So pretty much it gives you really private venue like for the reception, or we can have an area also on the beach like for ceremony too.
Okay. Amazing. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for this segment. We're going to keep talking, but you're going to have to stay tuned for part 2 to learn the rest of the information about Palladium Weddings. Once again, if you have any questions, you need any information, www.holaweddings.com, and you'll join us next time for our continued chat with Francisco and Cristel from Palladium Weddings. See you soon.